Hi everyone. How's my crafting crew today? Are you ready to make some penguins? Did you watch the story time or join us on the Zoom story time? For penguins, we're going to make these little guys. Do you remember what these are? Ones that have feathers on the top? A macaroni penguin. That's a funny name, isn't it? Check him out. So you should have in your craft bags that you got this month, either a paper towel tube or toilet paper tube. You might even have some extras at your house, so you can make some extra penguins. You can make a family. Hopefully you still have construction paper and glue. If you don't, let me know. Oh, in fact, I need my glue. And you should have a bag with little stick-on eyes. Let's see where my glue is. I'm going to use my glue stick today. Actually, if you don't have glue, you can email me and I will get you some more. The liquid glue might work better today. So I'm going to assemble all my ingredients. You're going to need some orange or yellow paper, some white, some black, and your paper towel tube. So let me switch the camera so that you guys can see. I do love these document cameras because then you guys can see what I'm working with right here at the table. Let's see, where's the best view? How about there? Does that work? First thing I'm going to do is measure the tube that I'm using. You might want to do this with a ruler. I'm just going to eyeball it. Cut all the way across. And then I'm going to put a bunch of glue on it. If you weren't here when we did story time, either live or on the YouTube one, we talked about penguins. There's 18 different species of penguins, and some are really big and some are really small. Some glue on my finger. The king penguin or the emperor penguin, they're the biggest penguins, and they can be almost as tall as you probably. They're about 40 to 48 inches tall. They weigh about 50 to 90 pounds. There's a tiny penguin called a blue penguin. Their fur is rather blue instead of the normal black and white that we think of. They're called the fairy penguins. And they're about the size of a ruler. So they're only about this big. It's pretty small, huh? They're about 13 inches and they only weigh 3 pounds. That's pretty tiny. They live down by Australia and New Zealand. The big penguins, they live in Antarctica. Maybe you can look that up on your computer. See where that is. All right, let's roll this on here. You might find on this one the liquid glue works a little better. But I'm all out of that. I'll have to get some more at the library. Well, my paper is too big, so I can probably trim some of it off. Put a little extra glue right there so that stays down. Yeah, I'm just going to hold it a minute. Do you know why penguins are black and white? Any guesses? Hopefully you said camouflage. We've talked about that a lot, story times. A lot of times animals are certain colors or have stripes because they use it as camouflage. So other animals can't eat them. There's trim on the edge there. All right, I have my tube. Now what does this penguin has? This penguin has a white belly. So I have to cut that. This one has a lot of good, this craft has a lot of good scissor skills for you guys. There, what do you think? that big enough? You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Put some glue on it. I'll glue it to my penguin. The macaroni penguin has this little fringe on the top of his head. Maybe you can check out pictures of other penguins because not all of them have that. Some are just black and white, some have kind of stripes. A couple of them have feathers on the side of their heads. Those are the emperor penguins, I believe, that have the stripes on the fringe on the side of their head. My glue doesn't seem to want to stick on here today. All right, now what's a penguin gonna make noise with? It's gonna need a mouth, right? I think, let's see. I think I'm gonna measure this and cut it for his fringe. And then I'm gonna use this color for his mouth also. This one I made orange feet and a yellow bill, but I think I'm gonna do this one a little different. So this is going to be his fringe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut. Not all the way. If you cut all the way, then it won't glue on there. You'll have a lot of little pieces you have to glue on, which I guess would work too. I'm just going to cut almost all the way down, being careful not to cut my fingers. We don't want to do that. This is going to make the fringe that goes on the top. All right. I'm going to use, this is a scrap paper because I'm going to put glue all over this. And I'm going to glue it to the inside of my paper towel tube. That will make his fringe on the top of his head. So do I want it on this side? No, that's where his feet are going to go, or her feet are going to go. The penguins that live in the South Pole, where it's really, really cold, they have big feet because they use them to keep their babies warm. Have you seen that movie, Happy Feet, where they keep the babies on their feet and underneath their belly to keep them warm? Mumbles, right? Wasn't that his name in that movie, Mumbles? I think so. Mumbles was an emperor penguin. More pieces of fringe in this one. I don't know how I missed that. There, now he has a lot of fringe on his head. You can even put two rows in there and give him a lot of fringe. Let's see, I'm going to put my eyeballs on and give him a beak so he can talk, right? Penguins vocalize. This is always the tricky part, getting this paper off the back, right? There's one eyeball. Maybe another one. These are cute, aren't they? All right, now I said I'm going to use this paper to give him a beak. Fold it over. I'm going to cut him out of beak. Actually, I don't need it that big, so I'll cut it in half. Maybe I'll use that scrap to make another penguin. That makes a little beak. Fold it a little bit here so I have something to glue on. Rub a bunch of glue on. Like that. What's he missing? What did I forget? Oh, right, his feet. So I'm going to make him 2 feet. I'm going to cut these in half. And to glue it up inside, I'm going to make a little fold there. That's where I'm going to put the glue. It's in that little fold. I'm going to use that fold to go inside the tube. See how I'm doing that? I'm gluing a little bit inside the tube. There. I'll do this other foot. I'm just going to hold it down for a minute. There we go. All right, let me switch the cameras. Do you see them? And here's my other one. It's pretty neat, huh? It came out good. One is slightly smaller than the other one. So maybe it's a mom and her dad, or maybe it's a dad and a baby. All right, let me switch the video now so I can see you guys. There we go. What do you think? It's my macaroni penguins. Kind of fun activity. Maybe you can have them swimming at your house. Pretend swimming though, because it's cardboard. So if you get it all wet, what will happen? I hope you had fun. I'll see you next week. Bye.